Salam alaikum. Today is Thursday, the 22nd of March, 2018, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. I just want to take the time to thank anyone who's been tuning in to the Saturday Vibes show and really listening. If you have, you already know my name, but in case you don't, I'm your host, Dalal, and we're broadcasting from the Kingdom of Bahrain. So if you've been locked into the last episodes, then you probably know what the topic of the day is. But just to recap real quick, on the last episode, I expressed my gratitude and appreciation for the recipe out the DXB. So in case you haven't got the opportunity to check it out, please feel free to go back and give it a listen, alright? But that was an epic one too. Anyways, I promised you on the last episode that we're going to be covering the one and only versatile songwriter, singer, rapper, and performer out the DXB. Moh Flow, who's a one-of-a-kind artist. And he was born in Syria and moved to Saudi before eventually settling in Dubai, which is probably one of the best locations if you're an artist that lives in the Arab world. And only artists in the Arab world would understand why Dubai is the city, simply because the energy is just out of this world. But I just want to say something. I'm not here to occupy most of our time by giving you biographies and information. I'll be leaving you the links of Moh's gram at the description section below, and get yourself plugged in and hooked on the music the same way I have. Shout out to the brother Moh Flow. Shout out to the brother Moh Flow. We truly needed an artist like you to emerge out the scene in the region, and thankfully, alhamdulillah, you're one of us and one of a kind. You definitely have had some major moments through your career, and we're going to touch upon that in this episode, alright? Moh Flow, ladies and gentlemen. Executive sound music right here. You gotta live in the DXB to know what's happening right here. It's a vibe right here. My brother catching a vibe right here. And that's rare to find. Yes. Independent solo artist out the DXB. Moh Flow, man, representing that city music. Gotta love them synth lines, man. I've always been a fan of R&B, and I grew up listening to Donald Jones, Joe, Avant, Boyz II Men, Jagged Edge, 112, Genuine, and the list goes on. But music, amazingly, has been able to develop rapidly over the last couple of years, thanks to many talented artists, which contributed to change the face of R&B that we've been accustomed to, yet delivered back to us sounding so much fresher and highly embraced. Artists out there with high status, artists like Drake, Bryson, Tory Lanez, the pioneers who infused two of our favorite genres, rap and R&B, and gave us this polished sound, the sound that the ladies dig, the sound that you pop in the club, the sound that you drive around and vibe with, or even kick back and get a good experience just by listening, you know? That feel-good music. But I never thought that we'd receive an artist out the same caliber coming out of Dubai. It's such a beautiful time coming up in the industry around the region, because the big heads are starting to notice. They started to notice that artists like Moh are beginning to create their own wave and becoming a brand of their own, which is opening doors for business, inshallah. And that's a dream to us, a dream that has come true. We've always wanted a mainstream hip-hop at this quality and this level, preserving its purity, but the doors were always shut on us. And now the opportunities have been opened by artists like Moh Flow. And we all know that Dubai is the melting pot for different cultures, different individuals from different backgrounds, and it serves as a meeting point for all those different type of people. But that's not what I really wanted to say. What I wanted to say was, I've been listening, and I've been listening to this album, This Is You, which came out of 2016 by Moh, and it still sounds so relevant, like it was recently released. MashaAllah. Yahi, the melodic lines and production is definitely around my ballpark. Beautiful chord progressions, synth lines, and ambience. It's just a very well-crafted sonic sound, which deserves a shout-out to A, the producer, for being the mastermind behind Moh's incredible records, and he's able to blend those mixes so beautifully. Truly a genius. Respect to you, A. And if you've been following Moh, then you probably know that A is Moh's producer and engineer, and amazingly is his brother as well. They look identical. One of y'all gotta lose the beards, man. The people I put on you, they start forgetting who's who. They gotta come back and refer to me. Yeah, but on some real shit, respect and mad love. And what a perfect duo, which I believe is the main reason why y'all can translate such a genuine sound that the listener can connect with. And that's because there has to be so much love involved in the creative process, which I feel in each record. I feel that I can envision how the vibe was and how y'all was chilling in the studio, and what the vibe in the city was and what the energy was like, you know. And I don't know how I discovered Moh, but I think when I got put on Majeed, I wanted to hear more good music, so I was getting hungry for more. And I got directed straight to Moh through Majeed. And shout out to Majeed and A. I'm going to have an episode for each one of them, so look out for that. But back to the album, This Is You. I want to take a moment and thank Moh for blessing us this album, and as well as discuss the lyrical content on that album, because as a fan, I was honestly moved by many of the stories in the songs, which earned a higher level of attention with me. And I gotta say, that boy Moh spit, yo. He got bars. Y'all watch out for Moh. Like, seriously, he got bars. Yes, he's singing, but he's flowing as well. He's making a lot of sense. He's sounding meaningful. All my upcoming artists, don't get it twisted. What you see is not easy. Writing these melodies and formulating these song structures and producing original music is not easy. Projects like that require a lot of hard work and dedication and good taste. I know Moh makes it look easy, but getting on those kind of beats and being able to deliver effectively only comes with experience. So let that be a motivation and inspiration to push you forward, aight? Shout out to Moh for raising the bars. Y'all gotta work harder, man. I always say quality versus quantity, but I can't think of one record on that album that isn't dope. Every single record from top to bottom, it contains so many details and nuances that make Moh and this project very dear to me. Even though I know he's released many newer projects, but for the sake of this podcast, I want to stay with the first album for now. I advise anyone who loves to listen to good music and gets moved by the melodies, the beats, and the combinations of singing and rhythmic flows, I strongly suggest you start fucking with Moh, because that's what he's all about. This is the future right here.
Right last night and shit, you were letting them all down. What's up? I want you. I want you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I want you. I want you. There ain't nothing better for you.
Switch up real quick. I'm sure most of the listeners that are tuned in have a basic idea of who Pusha T is. And if you don't, then there's something that I'm missing. You shouldn't be on the show. I'm just playing. But I've been a fan of Push and his bars ever since back in the day with clips and having some of Pharrell's production on it. And then when Exodus hit, it's just so much body of work. His work ethic is self-explanatory, and his status itself I mean, he's a legend. Pusha T. Shout out to Push and the whole Good Music family to help and contribute, promote, and push our brother's career, Moh Flow, forward and push the culture forward in this region. We definitely do need more of that, and hopefully we can find more of that support. But Moh Flow has been able to get pushed to feature on one of my favorite records, which is titled No Option. I mean, that is an achievement, isn't it? It's a big thing. We got an artist out the region who was able to cut a record with one of your favorite rap artists. If he's not one of yours, he's definitely one of mine. I think he's a pure, genuine lyricist, and I think he has his status up there, so he's a legend. And for Mo, an independent artist out the DXB, to be able to link like that's not a joke. That's serious work right there. That's some hardcore grind. That shit didn't just land out of space and make its way. So when I tell the young and songwriters or rappers go out and be involved in the scene and participate, is because moments like these would never happen if we were only to stay in our bedrooms doing songs for SoundCloud. So big respect to Moh Flow, because that move right there with Push, that's a true testament of hard work and many blessings yet to come. May Allah preserve all our living legends. Salute. Making records about yourself is easy, but making records about yourself that appeal to the world is what separates the men from the boys, in my opinion. And shout out to the Harmony Functions concept, because that's another dope concept coming out from the family. And it's Harmony Functions is a genius concept, actually, that features Moh Flow, Majeed, and A. And I want you to hit the links in the description section to find out for yourself what the Harmony Function is about and follow that movement, because it's very important for you as an artist living in Dubai to get out your bed and head over there and start interacting.
She gon' put it down for me when I'm on the side, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My girl, she know she a rider, yeah, yeah.
It's not every day that we witness these platforms being presented and being easily accessible, so no excuses. If you're in the vicinity and want to link up and possibly be the next hot thing, then you need to attend these events and prove to the world how far you want to go to get your music out, or just prove to yourself. Just get out there, show love, and even if you're just a diehard fan of the culture, just go out there and support and learn something. There's so many layers to this culture and this lifestyle and this hip-hop and this music and this industry. So go out there and interact. Exchange energies. But if I was to mention how many hot records I found off of this album, I would just say the whole thing is hot. So go out there and listen to the body of work as a whole. Because I mess with every record on a personal level. And I can't say that there's one that I favor over the other, surprisingly. So simply go out there, follow, support, show love, and pay homage to the legend Moh Flow. And I know I said I'm going to make the episodes longer, but I know for a fact they'd be boring. So in order for me to keep things sizzling, we'll keep them at this length for now, alright? Just so I can deliver better content and better scripts and be better presented and have a better projection and delivery and improve my speech skills as well. I feel like it's time to sign out and say, may Allah bless you. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. The title of the album is This Is You. It's playing in the back. It's been since the beginning by the one and only Moh Flow from Dubai. So shout out to Moh Flow and mad love.
In the back of my whip, shorty driving a little crazy. On the phone, trying to hang this shit up, never speaking crazy. Told my ex she can bring it over on no occasion. Said the models to shut the fuck up, oh fuck you, pay me.
Be easy and stay tuned for the next episode, which we're going to praise a unique, classy rap artist, Majeed. So wait for it, aight? One love.